Okay, these are live images. Prime Minister Narendra Modi there at the Bharat Mandapam. First images of the Prime Minister arriving at the Bharat Mandapam. He's flanked by Dr. Jaishankar, India's External Affairs Minister, the official from the Prime Minister's office who's from the MEA with him there as well. They're getting set for the guests to arrive. So he's chosen a white kurta and a bandi. That's the Nataraj statue where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be welcoming all the guests who will start arriving from 9:20 p.m. onwards. These images playing out first from the Bharat Mandapam here on India Today. First images of the Prime Minister, the first images of the preparations. We've been here a few times in the build-up to the G20. It's a very swanky facility, especially given how rundown Pragati Maidan had become. It really is a very nicely, tastefully, aesthetically designed facility that's been set up for this G20 conference. He's been pushing himself hard, Shiv, when it comes to the schedule he's maintaining. Just imagine going off to Jakarta for that ASEAN summit, coming back the same day, then getting set to host all these leaders. And then he has that special session of Parliament starting the 18th of September. So he's on a constant treadmill.
No weekends for us, definitely no weekends for the Prime Minister. 15 bilaterals over, a day and a half, which is itself a big deal. In addition to all the proceedings at the G20, playing host, nothing of this scale, in India ever before. Rahul, obviously the Prime Minister has an amazing team, executing this on the ground, and you've been there firsthand to have a look at how this is actually unfolding. But the nitty-gritties, the details which really matter, the small things which could easily derail something of this scale, all of that being taken care of in real time is really something to see, Rahul. And like you said, right after the G20, the special session of Parliament looms, so no rest even after G20.
So we saw Ajit Doval there, India's National Security Advisor. We saw Dr. Hiren Joshi, who handles communications for the Prime Minister, Dr. Jaishankar. That is his closest triumvirate. Three people whose counsel he works with, his eyes and ears, as it were, and really helping shape his agenda. This Nataraj statue looks quite stunning. And what I heard from the designers, Rajdeep, and the architects and those involved with the interiors of the Bharat Mandapam is the level of attention to detailing that came from the Prime Minister himself. In terms of the chairs, the decor, the artifacts that were put. He's very, very hands-on in these things.
The fact is, when you want to stage a grand event, turn to Prime Minister Modi. I know that, for example, the people involved in the lighting, Wizcraft, the Mumbai event management agency, is deeply involved in the lighting, and they also suggest that the Prime Minister takes a lot of interest in the micro detailing, the kind of colors for the lighting. This is one skill he has. It is seen as a positive and a negative. His critics say he spends far too much time on looking at the micro details of event management. On the positive side, they say, look, we are in an age where you need to push.
But that's a bit unfair, Asdi, because he puts in that much energy and effort into everything he does. It's just the kind of person he is, right?
You will see the opposition has consistently targeted him, saying Prime Minister Modi is an event manager and his governance fails and event management takes over. His supporters say, look, it's an intrinsic part of his overall focus on any project that he takes up. I mean, he takes up projects in what is called mission mode. So G20 has been mission mode over the last 1 year.
Is mission mode.
So in the last 11 months, he's made sure that the eye for detail on G20 is taken to another level, scaled up. The other word which is often used with those close to Prime Minister Modi is scale. You do everything on scale. So you've got an Amitabh Khan who was involved with the God's Own Country campaign in Kerala as a bureaucrat from Kerala, Incredible India as tourism secretary. So for him to be the Sherpa, he's also someone who plays a lot of attention to the packaging. G20 has been wonderfully packaged.
This is much more than just the packaging.
No, but I'm saying that's an important element.
But it needs to be the whole package, right? It can't just be one. You have to ensure that A, you have a narrative, B, you're able to project the narrative, and C, that you're able to get things done. It's all of it together. Just one of those three without the other two don't really serve any purpose.
I think the strength clearly is the packaging. The other elements, whether they fall in place, can be debated. But there is no doubt that if you purely looked at packaging, I don't think any G20 summit over the years has been packaged as effectively as what India has done. And that's huge, because it's not, usually G20 summits are at best, a couple of events that you hold before the big summit. India's done 200, I repeat, 200 events across 60 cities.
It's much more than
it's
event
incredible.
management. I don't want to get into
it's
a
quite
squabble
incredible.
with Rajdeep.